What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the UTG career mode in EA UFC 3. And of course, it is time for UTG to take on Waylon Jenkins, who was apparently somehow his rival, despite having already knocked him out in very, very emphatic fashion. There was literally no doubt of who was going to win that fight, but somehow he's his rival. So I guess UTG has the opportunity to put this guy to bed, pause, just kind of shut him up, pause, and just end it like that, and move on to bigger and better things. And as you can see up there in the top right corner, UTG finally has enough money to afford a membership at the Dutch kickboxing gym, which of course is the one that has, I would say, the best moves in the game. At least from a striking point of view, that's the best one by far. So he can't quite actually train there yet because he can only afford like 1 week of it, but he can afford one more training camp at Carizi's gym. And of course from the next one, if he has enough money, he'll be training at the Dutch kickboxing gym. Tail of tape, we already know what these guys are. We already know that UTG is light years better than Waylon Jenkins. As you can see, UTG showing no respect by immediately switching stances just to kind of fuck with him, break him mentally, and immediately start punishing him. Head, body, jab. Oh, this time he lands an overhand. He starting it off very well, going to the body. It's very important that he does that early on, because when you spam so many overhands and Superman punches and things like that, you really have to keep the opponent on edge, because if he knows he only has to block to the head, then of course you're leaving yourself open to being countered, and you're not really putting him under too much pressure as long as he can just kind of block the headshot. So UTG playing it smart, going more to the body in his last few fights, really starting it off very well within this one, going to the body. He landed overhands, he landed a few elbows. And just overall, it's been a decent start. Waylon Jenkins, I guess he's doing better than he did in the first fight. But, oh my god, yeah, alright, he's sidestepping. So, basically the way this game works is once you fight in the WFA, and then you get to the UFC, the guy takes a huge step forward in terms of his stats and stuff like that, which I guess kind of makes sense, because UTG, or whatever character you're using in the career mode, also levels up quite a bit in terms of stats. So, it makes sense. I will give him that. However, this is just it's going to be the same exact fight, essentially. It's going to be a beatdown, I would say. Waylon Jenkins has no fucking chance. UTG keeps on stalking him, pushing him backwards. And what's funny is that in camp, they actually said that Waylon Jenkins would not be taking any step backwards. He would always be a pressure fighter, and there would be no quit in him. However, as we've already seen, and as we're seeing right now, once UTG puts him on the back foot, starts pushing him backwards, he doesn't come forward. He just doesn't. He's landing good shots right there, though. I will give him credit for that. But he gets hit by just a phenomenal combo and a flurry of punches there by UTG. Looking for the overhand again, doesn't quite get it. He's playing it smart, though, not gassing out too much. Superman punch lands. Oh, the overhand! Jenkins is hurt. Uppercut! Oh, UTG wants to just batter this guy. He wants to end this in a way that people will never forget. He wants to punish him for talking shit. UTG's hurt, though. Oh, but he taunts. He gives no fucks. No fear, this man. UTG again with the Superman punch. It's not doing a lot of damage, but at least it's landing. It's better than nothing. The uppercut lands, and Jenkins is in a world of hurt. Superman punch this time doesn't quite get there, but he lands a hook, and then overhand just barely misses. Jenkins gets caught by a cross. The elbow lands. The overhand barely missed. Good job by Jenkins moving backwards with his head. Good head movement shown there. He lands a good combo of his own. UTG can't get too crazy. He has to watch out. Oh! UTG, low stamina, has been hurt, but he hurts him again. Not going to be able to finish it in this round. Oh! Hurts him at the very end. What a round. What a round. I was thinking like it was going to be all Torturegod or all UTG. And yet Jenkins started turning it around, started landing big shots. Opens the fight right back up. I mean, I would definitely say from just sheer number of wobbles and stuns, UTG won the round. But that's not what has to be. That's not the biggest thing in here right now. The biggest thing, of course, is that UTG has hurt him more times. But it's that Jenkins has shown that he can hurt UTG. So we'll see. Of course, there's no fear. Look at him flexing on, literally flexing on him. Jenkins looks for the knockout shot that Fall Felder landed on Torturegod in the last season. So that would have been brutal if UTG would have, basically emulated OGTG by getting knocked out by a flying knee or a jumping knee. That would have been pretty bad for him. Oh, he gets hurt by a cross. Or not a cross, by a hook. Ooh, uppercut. That would have hurt him. That probably would have finished him if it had landed flush. But UTG is still swinging. No fear in this man. Jenkins gets caught. UTG goes for the finish. And it's over. UTG ends this alleged rivalry in the best way possible by putting on a barn burner and knocking him the fuck out. Gets himself, hopefully, well, definitely not hopefully, it's guaranteed a new contract. And hopefully, it'll give him enough money to actually be able to afford training at a good gym as opposed to Karizi's gym where he's pretty much learned everything useful as of right now. Look at the uppercut. I mean, he ate a body kick coming in, but the important thing is that he was able to land it. Look at this. Like, the body kick does land, but the uppercut is perfectly placed underneath the chin, and Jenkins is out cold. UTG, of course, has no remorse, goes in for the finish, and just starts pounding on him. Pause. Until Mario Yamasaki has no choice but to intervene. And Waylon Jenkins basically needs to just go back home and shut the fuck up at this point. That's what he said was basically something that Dylan Dennis would say. That's how trash he is. So UTG celebrates Godendo. A big win for him. Very, very big win. The important thing here is he continues to build up towards GOAT status. I don't remember how many you need. Oh, that's right. It says right there. 6 performance records and 2 promotion records. So he's still a long way away.
What I don't understand is why people say I'm so similar to the original Torturegod. I'm clearly a different person. Listen to the way we talk. We don't even sound alike. It's just nothing about us that's similar. I have a different hairstyle, a different physique. He's with a goddamn lightweight. I'm a heavyweight. It makes no sense what people have been saying that I might be going to Manchester for a few years so people will forget about me. Pump up for the steroids, have my tattoos lasered off, and then come back into the UFC. Hopefully Dana White won't recognise him. That's all bonkers. It's fucking bollocks, mate. It makes no sense. So why would I do such a thing when I can just come up and talk to God and do my thing? It makes no sense. But whatever, I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna become the UFC heavyweight champion and dominate this division for years to come. Nobody can stop me.
Alright, very interesting stuff there from Ultimate Torturegod. We finally got to hear his voice. We kind of have interesting insight into what he may have been doing. Of course, he said it doesn't make sense for somebody to go to Manchester and pump up full of steroids and go up to heavyweight. But it could be him just kind of covering his tracks and trying to throw people off. Because if you notice, the voice is very similar. So who knows? That could have been him trying to kind of throw us off the wrong track, but actually kind of leading us exactly where we need to be. Meanwhile, new contract, and Ruslan Magomedov is going to be the next rival. Definitely not a good stylistic matchup because Magomedov is going to be a guy who could pose some threats on the ground. So UTG, however, has no fear. He's going to accept any opponent that gets thrown his way. And there's no doubt about that. But let's go ahead and take a look at who his next opponent's going to be. We have Almeida. We have George Roberts. So the rematch. He's 9-2 as well. So he has a really good record. And of course, it's a fight that UTG lost, so he wants to get that one back. Statistically, UTG is light years better, but somehow Roberts beat him in the first one with just a phenomenal punch. It was just a perfect uppercut. Tail of the tape, he is 6'5", 257 pounds. That's right. There's this bizarre scenario in where Ultimate Torturegod is somehow almost 10 pounds heavier despite being a lot shorter. Makes no sense, especially because UTG is not even fat, but oh, the wheel kick! What do you know? UTG comes packing with some new heat, new moves, axe kick. Roberts has got no fucking chance if UTG's like this. He's motivated. He wants to just kill this piece of shit. Look at this. What a start from UTG. Uppercut lands. He gets caught by a good leg kick, though. Has to watch out for that. Oh, he lands one of his own. The Superman punch. Roberts is just getting pieced up. The axe kick doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does land. UTG looking to really put a stamp on this. Oh, hurts him with the wheel kick again. Rocks him with the Superman punch. Goes in for the finish. It's over. 1 minute and 3 seconds. That's all it took for UTG with his newfound moveset, with his new gym. Of course, the Dutch kickboxing gym. That's all it took for the Red Dragon himself to destroy George Roberts in the rematch. One of the most anticipated fights for sure for Ultimate Torturegod. And this is definitely going to be turning over a new leaf for him, essentially. This is the new UTG. He understands. He kind of exposed himself a little bit, as in we may know some things about his backstory, about his history that he doesn't want us to know. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. I just feel like this is definitely OG Torturegod now. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to act like he's English. He's trying to act like he's not the original. He's not just throwing overhands. He's throwing a lot of not looping kicks. He's throwing a bunch of absurd kicks, trying to just knock people's heads off. And who knows, man? This could just be the OG TG taking a huge leap forward. Basically the equivalent of becoming a god. That's what he, like, literally a god. He was just Torturegod by what he believed he was, but now this is literally him becoming a god. What a fucking performance. Honestly, breathtaking. Breathtaking stuff from UTG. Let's hope he can continue it. He somehow lost 3% in longevity despite taking no damage on this one. Hell of a performance there. Hell of a performance. Just an excellent performance. Megan O'Leary, of course, is uber impressed with UTG. And you know how he rolls, man. He just wins, he moves forward, and he repeats. That's what he does. That's what he will continue to do until he is, of course, the GOAT. Now we got Barrera, we got Ramusin, or we got this dude, Harold Decker, who continues to be offered, but his record remains trash. Luis Barrera has the best one of these guys. So I have to go with the Bubelli over here. I can't remember if these guys have already fought. Yeah, it has to be them. I don't think they've fought yet, so at least it's a new matchup. And what do you know, Dana White is, UTG. They look kind of like Dana White if Dana White had weird-ass tattoos. But UTG is doing a meet and greet with the fans to make some extra cash and to build up some popularity. So that's important for him. Because, of course, he's not doing any publicity on YouTube or on his Twitch stream or on Instagram or stuff like that. He's just 100% dedicated to fighting. This guy's 6'3", 245, so he's even smaller than George Roberts was compared to Ultimate Torturegod. It's just kind of bizarre. 75-inch reach, so UTG physically should be more than capable of keeping up. And what do you know? He has a sidekick too now. Interesting stuff here from UTG. Throws the wheel kick. This time he was way too far. Barrera's just kind of waiting for him. Not going in, not trying to get caught by any of these new techniques that UTG has. And for UTG to start off 2 fights in a row with new techniques just kind of has to be worrying for guys like Barrera because they don't know what new stuff he's going to be launching at him. Look at the wheel kick, lands again, goes in for the kill, wants to get a GMP finish. He goes to half guard, top mount. Could he go for a submission? Probably not. I don't think he really has anything up here. He's never really trained jiu-jitsu except for submission defense. That's pretty much all he's worried about. But right now he's just trying to gain his stamina, posture up, and pound this guy out. Pause. Oh, but he gets reversed by Barrera. Has to watch out. This could be dangerous. This could be very, very dangerous. UTG gets his leg kick checked. That did some damage to him, but he lands another wheel kick, but this time it lands like on the upper chest, so it only does damage to his body as opposed to his head, but that side kick somehow didn't do any damage. It definitely landed, but the uppercut does. Barrera's hurt. UTG probably wants another stunning finish. At this point, that's the best way for him to achieve GOAT status. Discovered apparently a jumping knee. It's supposed to be a jumping knee off the cage, but for some reason he's just only doing it like that. But Barrera rocks him. He temporarily, he realizes that UTG is temporarily distracted by his inability to apparently throw a knee. And of course Barrera takes advantage. Now they're in the clinch. This could definitely favor UTG, who has shown multiple times to be very dangerous here. He's trying to go to the tie clinch to land a big knee, but it's not really working for him. Barrera's doing a good job. He's clearly strong, but this time he gets there. But with his back against the cage, he can't do what he would like to. His best option would probably be to sweep him and put Barrera against the fence and then go for the knee. But Barrera's doing a good job of keeping him up against the fence, not allowing him to move, but UTG's able to do it. Now it's just a matter of, can he reserve enough stamina to actually land one of those knees? So far, so good. He's holding him there. He's regaining his stamina. Goes to single collar. One away. He gets it. The knee is there. And Barrera's hurt again, but the overhand. Oh my god, that could have been really, really bad for UTG. He lands a good inside leg kick. Lands the side kick. And the overhand. Is it over, Barrera? No, he survives. Barrera survives. The chin and heart on this man are impressive. You got to give him that. And somebody with that kind of boo belly, he can take a lot of shots. Oh, he can dish one out too. UTG. I thought he was hurt there for a second. I thought he was wobbled. Good reactions here from Barrera. He's realizing that there are holes in his game, but he gets rocked, but he lands the takedown at the very end of the round. Definitely not going to be enough to steal it, but I guess in his favor it does count. It's nothing too bad for him to land an extra takedown, even though he was hurt. Look, just look at these shots here from UTG. Look at this. The right straight, perfectly placed on the nose. He goes in for a takedown, and he does land it, but he was definitely really hurt there. We're going to show it again. Perfectly placed cross right when he was going in. So the momentum of Barrera was moving forward just as Torturegod, or UTG, was landing that shot. So it's just perfect. Oh, he gets caught. Does UTG. Good leg kick from Barrera. Doesn't really do much, but at least it keeps UTG guessing. The Superman punch lands again. He's starting to land that with ease on pretty much everybody, and every time it lands now, it actually does a lot of damage. So, starting to improve with it. Could, of course, be his power improving, a lot of different things. The overhook, the overhand doesn't do anywhere near as much as you would like. He gets caught by when he was throwing a leg kick. Barrera's starting to turn it on. He's starting to throw combos, starting to land, he's starting to flow with it. That's a good combo as he ducks under, level changes. UTG has to watch out because now his stamina is extremely low and it's still early in the second round. If this goes to the third, he might be screwed. He can't go too hard, too fast. Barrera's dominating right now. I hope you can't hear people in the background. That'd be annoying. The tie clinch. UTG lands the knee. Barrera's hurt. Tried to finish him with the Superman punch, but he was just too far away. You definitely could tell UTG wants a dominant, just explosive finish here. He doesn't want to just end it with some ground and pound. Not at least without hitting a spectacular shot like a wheel kick or an axe kick or something like that to knock him down. Barrera goes in for a takedown. This time it's stuffed. Now, take into consideration, like I said earlier, UTG doesn't really have any submissions, so he can't go for anything other than, say, a rear naked choke or a guillotine. So he can't really do too much on the ground. Maybe ground and pound would be smarter than going for submissions. Yeah, but what you have to really take a look at right now is the difference in stamina. Yes, Barrera's taken big shots. He's been rocked multiple times. And he's clearly still a bit wobbly, still a bit dazed. But UTG has pretty much no stamina left. He rocks him again, though. Throws the wheel kick, not smart when you have such low stamina. But UTG doesn't give a fuck. The side kick doesn't land. Oof. UTG lands a good cross. Could it be over? He hurts him. Goes in for the kill. It's over. UTG with like the third or fourth win in a row. He's got new moves. He's looking good. He's flowing with it. If he can just get his cardio on point, then there's no reason why he can't be the UFC champion. If Torturegod, the OG version, could do it, then this new, improved, whatever he is definitely on the right track. I mean, look at this. Uppercut lands. Barrera goes down. And he goes in for the kill. No remorse. No remorse. Look at that uppercut. It's just perfectly placed. He's really starting to get good at these uppercuts. Really starting to land a lot of them. And now that he can mix up a lot more techniques, then it's just going to get more and more difficult for people to fight against him and defend against him. Barrera never really had a chance. I mean, to be fair, he put in a hell of an effort to get that far, but it just wasn't enough, and it was never going to be enough, because UTG would not be denied. He would not be stopped, and he's on a one-man wrecking machine all the way to the top of the UFC heavyweight division. There's just no way anybody's going to stop him. 4 consecutive wins. Definitely better than anything that OGTG put together in the UFC. 24,000 is still nowhere near enough, but it should be enough for him to at least have a decent camp in his next fight. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the new developments in the UTG storyline that came out of that interview. What do you think? Is it TG? Is it OG? What the fuck is he? Because, honestly, we need to find some stuff out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.